Hello and welcome to this video. Today we are going to talk about the JonBenet Ramsey case. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like this video. Let's start quickly. The tragic murder of JonBenet Ramsey remains one of the most mysterious and unsettling unsolved cases in American history. JonBenet was born on August 6, 1990, in Atlanta, Georgia in America, to John and Patsy Ramsey. The family quickly moved to Boulder, Colorado, where they owned a luxurious home. John was a successful businessman and owner of Access Graphics, a computer company. Patsy, his second wife, was a stay-at-home mother and led a well-to-do life with her family. They had a large house with 15 rooms and seemed to be the picture of success and happiness. JonBenet had an angelic appearance, which led her parents, especially Patsy, to enter her into child beauty pageants. Patsy herself had won the title of Miss West Virginia in her youth. JonBenet enjoyed the attention and loved performing, which further encouraged her parents to put her in the spotlight. Many people had an opinion on this because they think you shouldn't sexualize children. Only once she said, "These are not my trophies but my mother's trophies." A little strange, but her parents really claim that JonBenet really liked it herself. On Christmas Eve 1996, when JonBenet was 6 years old, the family celebrated the holidays at a relative's house. They had dinner there and drove home around 9:30 p.m. According to her parents, JonBenet had fallen asleep during the ride and was immediately put to bed when they arrived home. On the morning of December 26, 1996, Patsy discovered a ransom note on the stairs of their home. The note demanded $118,000 for the safe return of her daughter. This amount was strikingly similar to a Christmas bonus John had received due to the success of his company. Patsy immediately checked to see if JonBenet was still in her bed, only to find that her daughter was missing. The note not only demanded a ransom but also contained threats, warning the family not to contact the police. Patsy immediately called the police, and the search for the kidnapper began. While the police were searching the house, JonBenet was eventually found by her father, John, in the wine cellar of their home. She was dead, her hands were bound, and tape was over her mouth. The situation became even more complicated as family members and friends had entered the house, possibly contaminating crucial evidence. The police began investigating the family, especially since the ransom note had been written with materials from the house. Handwriting experts stated that Patsy's handwriting matched that of the ransom note. The police initially suspected that the Ramseys themselves might be involved in the murder, but the case remained unsolved. Several theories were proposed regarding who had killed JonBenet, including a possible intruder or someone from within the family. No clear signs of forced entry were found, but there was a broken basement window and a suitcase next to a shard of glass. Despite the lack of evidence supporting a break-in, the house had been disturbed by the presence of family members and friends. The handwriting of the ransom bill is suspicious, similar to Patsy's handwriting. DNA from an unknown male was also found in JonBenet's underwear, but this evidence was too minimal to draw conclusions. Suspects emerged, including a man who dressed as Santa Claus and visited the family every Christmas, but he could not be linked to the murder. The family members were very much fans of Christmas light. And so there were some windows open here and there. So the chances of a burglar had been possible. The second suspect was John Carr. He confessed to the murder in 2006, but he couldn't provide any new info. He was someone who was just obsessed with the case. Third was Gary Olivia. He confessed to the murder at the time, but he had also just created an obsession with the girl. His confession was not credible and so he turned out not have done it. The theory that a family member was involved remained the strongest. Specifically, JonBenet's older brother, Burke, was a suspect. He was 9 years old at the time, and according to some theories, he may have accidentally killed his sister. This is the theory. A bowl of pineapple and milk, JonBenet's favorite snack, was found in the kitchen, with fingerprints from Patsy and Burke on the bowl. During the autopsy, milk and pineapple were found in JonBenet's abdomen. The parents claimed they had immediately put JonBenet to bed, but it turned out she may have come downstairs to take the pineapple from her brother. The theory goes as follows. JonBenet came downstairs to steal the pineapple from Burke, and when he became angry, he struck her with a flashlight, causing a fatal injury. The parents would have staged the kidnapping, the ransom note, and the strangulation to protect Burke. A test with a replica child's skull showed that the injury to JonBenet's head could have been caused by a flashlight. Burke's behavior was also considered suspicious. During the investigation, he appeared emotionless and disinterested, particularly when questioned about the pineapple. His reactions were perceived as odd and unclear, and he showed little emotion during his interviews. It was also discovered that the flashlight, which could have been the murder weapon, had no fingerprints, suggesting it may have been thoroughly cleaned. Furthermore, the Ramseys claimed the flashlight was unfamiliar to them and that it had been given to them as a gift. Later, Burke also did an interview with Dr. Phil, and many people had an opinion about that. He had a strange gray and smiled at inappropriate times. But at the time the event took place, Burke was very young and probably went off a lot. The mystery surrounding JonBenet Ramsey's murder remains one of the largest unsolved cases in America to this day. Despite numerous investigations, theories, and suspects, the truth about who is responsible for her death remains unclear. The case has raised many questions about the role of the family, the police, and the media, and it continues to captivate the imagination of both investigators and the public. After all these years, this case is still unsolved. Let us hear in the comments what you think happened. Let's hope one day this case is solved and justice is done for JonBenet Ramsey. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.